Hey guys, Rick Shaw here. We had a pretty great day today. I wasn't feeling too bad. Maddie and I went and took a big hike this evening. Took my walker along just in case if something happened, if I needed to sit down or anything. Didn't need it. But while we were out, we found it's like a 3-shelved baby changing table they were putting by the dumpster. It's like new. There's nothing wrong with it. So I got Dorothy and Maddie to carry that up the stairs. We got a coffee pot on it. My wife cleaned it up, just wiped it down, and then with some bleach water, and then we put the coffee pot on it and the shoes and stuff. So that was pretty cool. And then we were walking some more, and we found a coffee table, a heavy-duty coffee table. It needs refinished, but there's nothing wrong with it. And it was sitting over by the dumpster, and we couldn't even pick it up. And I was like, holy crap. And this dude named Mason, he come out and he says, "Where you want to take that?" And I says, "Yeah, I kind of like to have it." He says, "Here, let me put it in my car for you." And he brought it all the way over to our carport for us. Real nice young fella. Stout fella. And we were talking to him a little bit. And just a nice, generous guy. So it's not for in the house here or anything. We got it outside in the carport for when they come. We're going to shoot the BB gun probably on Friday, and we're going to roast some marshmallows, fire the grill up, and we're going to roast some marshmallows out there with the kids, and just do stuff like that. Dorothy and I we made 2 cheesecakes, cherry cheesecakes. They're cooled and in the fridge, and we made 4 pumpkin pies, and those are in the fridge now. So we're going to take cheesecake and a pumpkin pie tomorrow, and then we got 2 pumpkin pies and a cheesecake for Friday. Plus I made a big thing of Jell-O. So, pretty cool. Dorothy got real early. We were baking early in the morning. And the place was warm here, so when we went outside, even though it was kind of cold, it felt pretty good. It felt real good. The blower men that were blowing the leaves, I had them going. I swept out as many leaves as I could. They just blew back in. So the guy who was running the blower, I said, "Hey, could you blow this out back here where the bike is?" And he, "Sure." And he blew it completely out. He blew all the leaves out of there. So that's cleaned up kind of nice. And we're going to put some of the stuff we have in the house out there. Nobody bothers anything here. And we have boxes of stuff that's nobody would want to really take. It's just boxes of boxes. So when we move, we put the stuff that we have back in the boxes, like the TV and things like that. But they're just cluttering up this place. So we want to fix that. But it was a fantastic day. I hope you guys had a wonderful day. We're just having a blast. I got the kids pizza, and let's see what he's doing.
Hello.
Hey, there you go. He's just still eating some pizza. Does he have anything to say to everybody?
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Big shout out.
He's ready to go. But, yeah, it's pretty cool. Actually, real cool. So I was looking today, too, at they messed with the Social Security again. They sent me another letter, so I went down there and I thought, "Hey, what the heck is going on here?" And they said, "No, I said, "They never even let me know I had it." So I got to fill out this form, and eventually she said, "You'll get the money back, but it's not this month. You're only going to get $580 this month because they're taking such a huge amount for the premiums on that." So I got the form here. They gave me an envelope to put it in, and they kind of filled it out for me already. Started to fill it out. I just got to put in there, and I don't even think that's my signature saying that I wanted it. So we're gonna fix that. But it'll be down the road. So that's a really nice thing to have in December. But I just took the money I'd saved up for the bike and said, "Screw it. We need it. I'm not gonna be hurting. So we got enough for the rent, and it's just we're gonna do our Christmas in January for the kids." It's just I didn't get them all their stuff. I got them stuff earlier, but I had a few more things I wanted to get. I have them on my list here, but I can't because I have enough to pay the rent and electric and food. That's it. which is good. We're blessed. We're not going to be, doesn't look like we're going to be behind on anything. So I'm real happy about that. And we do got plenty to eat here. The good Lord's blessed us greatly. We got a roof over our head. We got real nice clothes to wear. Everybody's got nice clothes to wear. We got good shoes. Plenty to eat. We're warm. We got nice beds to sleep in. What more can you ask, guys? I mean, but that's it. We've been greatly blessed by the Lord above. So we just keep right on stroking. I had a couple of days I'm not feeling too bad. The kidney stopped hurting. And I just feel a little bit better. I got to be real careful how I twist because my torso's kind of sore right now. I got to go in Monday for a what do they call it? White blood cell check. And then I got a few appointments coming up. I got a scan coming up. They want to see how much of this cancer's out of me. If they got it to where it's pretty much done, they want to do the stem cell, which, man, I wish I knew some people who had that done so they could talk to me, because it just doesn't look like a great idea to me. Just doesn't. So we'll see how that goes. But they want to schedule that for December and get me all set up for that and keep me in the hospital the whole time, because I can't go back and forth. People who have a car, they can go back and forth. I can't. I don't have a buggy yet. Now, we took the bike out when we went to Social Security. I put on my suit. I'm going to get some waterproofing for that. I forget the name. Starbright has a really good waterproofer I've used before for material. I used it on my boat cover. Nothing gets in. Copper naphthene's really nice, but it turns green and it stinks, and I can't have that in the house. But this Starbright waterproofer that they sell, I'm going to get a gallon jug of that, just one of them garden sprayers. I'm going to soak that thing down, a couple coats, and nothing comes through. Then the water isn't going to get through on me. When we went riding I got in the rain the other day when I went and did my little shopping. My inside pants didn't get wet, but boy, did that Carhartt bib overall got heavy. It's heavy now. It was real heavy with all the water in it, but I wasn't cold. My feet did get wet. I have a pair of boots, just some cheapo ducks that I got. I ordered them off of eBay. Somebody had them on there, size 14, and they've been on there for quite a while. So I messaged them, and they said, "Yeah, we'll ship them to you." So they gave me the tracking number. That's on the way. $10, and they're brand new. What the hell brand was it? I forget the name of the brand, but they look really good. Lady said she had bought them for her son, and he said, "I'm not wearing those." And so he didn't take them. She said they've been sitting here for years in the box, and we dug them out and said we're gonna sell them. So they put them for $10. She said they were $100 and some. So that's a pretty cool deal. So I'm glad I found that on Facebook Marketplace. You can find lots of stuff on there. So they're size 14, so they should fit. They're insulated, and the bottom's rubber, and they're completely waterproof all the way to the top. And they got the wool felt liner, so you don't have shoes on there. You just slip your feet in them. So that's pretty cool when they're coming. It says that they'll be here on Friday. And then what else did I have? I had something else was coming on Friday. I ordered something for my sweetie. That's coming on Friday also, with the tracking number. So it's pretty cool. We didn't get mail again today. If our mailman is ill, nobody delivers the mail here. They don't have anybody to take over for him. So here we go again. Last week it was 3 days. He wasn't doing too well. He's a real nice guy, but when I saw him the other day, he was putting the mail in the thing, and he did look like he was sick. He looked like something was wrong with him. I hope he's okay, but something more than just a cold. He looked in really bad shape from when I saw him in the summertime. So we'll say a little prayer for him and hope that he gets to feeling better. And we'll see how that goes. But that's how the mail goes here. They don't have anybody to. We're on the edge. We're on like on the border. And I asked Maria. I says, "Well, can we come in and pick up our mail?" And they said, "No, you have to wait till it's delivered." They didn't want to go in the back and dig through it. So I said, "Okay." So I'm still looking forward to my daughter coming. Tomorrow we're going to our friends just right behind here. It's right behind my back. And I made some Jell-O too and stuff like that. So we're going to bring some stuff with us and have a turkey dinner with them. And then Friday it'll be my daughter. I got the 2 hams. I'm thawing them right now. I had bought them and I put them in the freezer. I got a Sugardale and a honey pepper one. Make sure we got enough because I want to give her a big chunk to take home. You know, and we got a bunch of stuff for them. We really did. We compiled a nice little thing. I hope she's got some room in her car and things that we think we could help her out. Some nice clothes and some winter stuff. And so we're really looking forward to seeing her and the grandkids. You know, I don't get much time with them. I'm hoping when I get this thing done. They said the VA, they're going to know by the end of January what's up, 100%. And I said, okay, good, because they're going to do another scan with me if I do this stem cell thing. I'm still up in the air on it. And then June, I'd like to get this in place for the VA. I haven't gotten anything back from the VA about the loan. I'm gonna, I think it's because it's the holiday. I'll call them in the beginning of December again to touch back with them and see what's going on. I got the application in, and we'll see. It's not the VA they're backing the loan, but it's a private company that gives the loan. So that's where we're at with that. And if we can get that little house over there, the payment's like nothing. The taxes are nothing. And then my daughter can keep an eye on it. The guy right now has got the heat on real low, because you don't want to run a house without heat. It just ruins them. And I had a buddy that was selling the house, and he left the heat off. He just didn't put the heat. I'm not paying for the heat. Well, come springtime when he went back over there, somebody wanted to look at it. The walls were falling in. I mean, it just completely rotted. It smelled like mold and must. So you got to keep the heat and the airflow going. So I get my daughter to go up there once a week, make sure everything's okay. I got to get the gas in my name and electric. I'll turn all the electric off except for the furnace. I'll turn all that off at the panel and just leave the furnace on. And hopefully everything will be fixed up. And we can get it. I hope that we can get that little place. It was, out of looking at all the houses I looked at over by her, there's a lot of nice ones. And I was like, fine, I just wanted something that was kind of like one story where I could walk in from outside, like I got that basement and then the first floor. I don't want to have like a basement, first floor, and second floor because I won't use the second floor. And don't need it. I want something small, something easy. All right, night, buddy.
Night.
I love you, baby.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, that's my beautiful boy. Kids were real good today. We were kind of cleaning up here a little bit. And Faye cleaned the fridge out, and we got some stuff in the living room. Tomorrow when we get home, we're going to finish the living room, try to get them boxes outside, and just clear it out a little bit. And I wished I'd had the couch by now, but we got the one thing that's going to help us. There's the lady that does the Meals on Wheels. She was over here, and we get that coming every 2 weeks. They bring us a box of food. It's like it's prepared food. You just it's in like plastic. Somebody made it, and then it's in a seal of meal, and then you just put it in boiling water. It says microwave, but I just put it in boiling water because I would refuse to use a microwave, guys. You're just killing yourself. And we put it in some boiling water, and it's fine. It comes out real good. Some of the stuff's good. I had spaghetti and meatballs the other day, but it was really weird because they put broccoli and carrots in it, which was like, who the hell does that? That was the weirdest thing I ever seen. And then they did a lasagna really nice. It looked really good until I started cutting into it, and they had string beans in there. Who does that? That just kind of got me, but it was okay. Still ate it. Well, she said she can get us a couch, and I said, well, yeah, there's like the Salvation Army and Goodwood. No. She says we can get you a voucher for a new one because of the income. You know, with the 3 kids, my wife and myself, we're considered low income, and she says we can give you a hand. And I said, wow, that'd be really cool to have a couch. I said, well, is there any kind of thing? She says, just we'll give you the voucher, and you can go to any store you want to and go pick out whatever couch you want. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. It'd be nice if I could get a bed couch. I said, would I be able to get a bed couch? And she, sure. That way, if we get company, we could fold that out. Because my daughter, she's not going to stay, and it'd be nice to have that, you know, for company. So hopefully one time she can go. I said she was leaving because she said the dog. I said, why don't you bring the dog with you? And she said you can't even put it in the car because it pukes. You know, it'll just start puking. And understandable. I've seen dogs that do that before. What you got to do, if you have a dog and you're going to have a dog that goes in a car, drive them around in the car when they're puppies. If you wait until they get about a year old and then throw them in a car, yeah, they do puke, the motion sickness. But if you start taking them around when they're puppies, they get used to it real quick. And there's not too many dogs who can puke in the car. It's rare, but hers does. So that's why she didn't want to bring it. And she's got a beautiful dog. It's like a pit bull Labrador mix. Just a beautiful guy. He was my buddy when I was over visiting her. He's a big sucker. I mean, when he bumps into your leg, you know you got hit by something. He's pretty solid, but he listens good. He went outside. He won't run out on the road. He waits for the kids. When her daughters go outside, he stays right with them. You know, so he's doing what he's supposed to do. And he looks pretty scary. I don't think he would. I don't know if he'd bite. He might, but he might lick you to death. You know, he's a friendly son of a gun. He's just a beautiful pup. So, but she didn't want to bring him. I said, oh, that's too bad. If she could have put him in the back of the cage or something, then she could have stayed till the weekend and not drive home at dark. I don't like her driving home in the dark. You know, she's going to be on the highway. But I got her money for the toll road so she doesn't have to be on, you know, these back country roads and stuff. You know, but nighttime, you really got to watch out for deer around here. When Dorothy and I went to Pennsylvania in the morning, we didn't see any deer. We saw them way up on a hill, far from the road. We saw 3 of them when we first took off, and that's the only we saw. But when we were coming back, they could have been hidden, I don't know, but they were bedded down. Well, in the evening, when we were coming home, after dark, man, all I was seeing was green dots everywhere. And I still haven't done anything with the headlight on that bike. Kawasaki KLR 650s, they put the LED in that thing and it's stinking worthless. I'm going to pull that out as fast as I can get it out. And if you got to watch the wiring on it, and you got to look at the fuse, because if I put an incandescent that's going to be nice and bright, maybe that'll be too much for the wiring. I have to look at it. I got the schematics. When you pull the fuse cover off, it's right there. It tells me right where it's at. It's a small fuse box, and I might change that from it was a 5. It's a 5 amp fuse for the headlight. It's going to need a 20, and I'm going to have to change the wiring out because the wire looks like it's 18 gauge going to it. So I'm going to have to put maybe some 14. I have some here, and I'll put that in there, solder it up really good, and that way I'll have a decent damn light, because that light that's in there is just horrendous. It's the stupidest light I ever seen. And I don't see anything for aftermarket unless you buy the ones that add to what you already have. I might do that because I do have an outlet for that. but they got to go on crash bars, and I don't have the crash bars. So I'll have to look around, because if I'm going to drive at night, I can't have that. In the city, it's fine, but when you get out on the lonely highway, forget it. It's not good. That's something. If you buy a KLR, fix it right away. And I was disappointed. I was disappointed in the headlight. And when you put it on high beam, it doesn't help you. It's like it just moves the light. It's not brighter. And if I hold the trigger back, it's supposed to have both come on. Well, it just lights in front of you a little bit more, not out farther. So that didn't help at all. That's a real bummer, because it's got the flash to pass trigger on the left side. But I still love the bike. The tires holding up just fine. And when my wife were on it the other day, when we were going to SS, she set me the wrong way. And oh my goodness, we drove around looking for this place. And I said, no, it was a right turn we needed to make. No, you got to turn left. I said, don't look right to me. So I listened to her, which I should have done, because we would have turned right and been there. Instead, we drove around for an hour and got lost. So that kind of sucked. But I wasn't cold. I wasn't cold at all. I had all my gear on. Those gloves that I have were toasty warm. My feet were warm. And my sweetie, I don't think she was as warm as I was, because I told her you need to put on a couple jackets, a couple pair of pants. Of course, she's a girl. They don't want to do that. Well, I'm looking to stay warm. I don't give a damn what I look like when I'm on the bike. I just don't want to be cold. I don't want to be driving on the bike and pull up to a red light and I'm blue. Heck with that. But I have that really nice vest. And I told her before we left, you need to put on an undercoat over this big coat you have. And she didn't do it. Just a shirt and that coat. That's not warm enough. But she's got the bubble face. We put the big bubble face on her so one get. I had scarves to put around your neck. I had a dickie. Anything to keep my skin from being in the wind. Nothing. You couldn't see any exposed skin on me anywhere. Everything behind the shield was the only place, and everything else was covered, and I was toasty warm. And I'm telling you guys, it's cold. I got the synthetic oil in the bike now, so when it was real cold, I tilted it over to make sure, because it's on the kickstand. I don't like Kawasaki does that. That's one thing I don't like about Kawasaki. They got a window. You got to look at the window to check the oil. It doesn't have a dipstick. Well, the only way you can do that is the bike has to be sitting straight up and down. And it's supposed to be in halfway in the window. Well, you can't hold that bike straight up and down and look at the window without a chance of it falling over. It's just stupid. You know, they blew it on that too. So I'd rather have a dipstick. But it is what it is. But the oil's, it's flowing really easy. I have a quart of oil out there. Somebody left it. It's just some 1030 Castro regular oil. And there's some of it's gone. And it was real thick. It was so cold, that oil was thick. It was like honey. But the synthetic, it doesn't do that. It runs like water. The oil light goes out immediately when I started it. And bike starts right up. Put some water in the battery. The one cell was down just a little bit. The rest of them were fine. But I have distilled water, so I put that in there. And then we had it for a pretty good ride. And I just love that machine. I do. I think that is, for what I got it for, it's nice. It gives you a really good, like you're riding on a Lincoln. You know, that's what I needed. I needed something that wasn't going to beat the hell out of my back. And it rides even better when she's on the back. That extra weight, it just smooths it right out. It's like when I'm on it by myself, it's like driving in a Lincoln. And when she's on it, it's like driving a Lincoln with the airbag suspension. You know, it just helps it out a lot. In the real cold weather, the front's a little bit stiff, but I just keep my weight back. I can sit way back on the seat because I'm tall, so I can sit way back. Handlebars on that thing for me are perfect. The wind fairing, I'm glad I got that one, because that wind fairing keeps the wind off your chest. And I do get buffeting, though, in my ears, so I put little earplugs in. I got those little ones you roll up and stick them in your ear hole. And that's nice. I still didn't put the intercom in the helmets. I haven't done that yet because they sent it to me, and the stickers were no good. So I just got the contact cement. I'm going to put contact cement on there, let that set up, and then stick that in there, and then we'll be able to talk to each other without too much of a headache. Right now, I can't hear anything unless I stop. With the full face shield, you got to lift that up and talk. So I got to get that fixed as quickly as I can. I'll probably do that this weekend. I'll take the helmets apart, and the liners all snap right out of both the helmets I got, and that way we can when either the kids are on there, because the kids and Faye wear the same helmet. The kids just put on a knit cap, like Momo. He puts a knit cap to take up the space, because when you put a helmet on your head and you put a little kid on there and you can get that helmet to move, that ain't gonna help him if you take a fall. It's not gonna help him. So it has to be tight. It has to not wiggle. So if he puts that, it's a Harley hat that I had for years. It's just like a little beanie, and he puts that on, and then it's good and tight. Maddie wears it. Dorothy doesn't need it anymore. The helmet fits her good, she said, and Faye, it fits her good. So, and then I have an extra HJC, but I like the full face. You have to have your face covered in the, in the cold weather. And this HJC, if you buy one, you can't get the face shield for it. I've been trying since I've had that damn helmet to find the face shield for that. Even going to HJC, they can't get you the face shield for that because the way the snaps are, they're in a weird spot. I got one for the other helmet, and my helmet came with one. I didn't have a problem, but the HJC, forget it. You ain't getting a face shield for that. And it would be nice to have the face shield, because I like that helmet better because it doesn't cover my ears, so I don't get that loud buffeting sound, inside the helmet. And it's like the old police helmets. It's just got the leather thing that comes out. So I don't know. And I'm gonna get my cameras didn't sell, my Sony's. I'm gonna get the helmets mounted back up so I can put that on. I have I don't know where it went right now, but I do have this thing that I can clip on the front of the bike. It's like a body camera, and I tried it out. This clip right here, so it'll snap right on the windshield. I can see through the windshield, and it's got the little screen on the back. So when that's on there, I can see what I'm viewing, and shows that it's on, and it lasts a pretty long time. I charged up the battery. It'll run for 5 or 6 hours before it goes down to one bubble, and then it was 8 hours, and then the battery thing started blinking. So that was on 1080p. It says it'll go 12 hours on 780, but if I'm riding the bike, I definitely want to have that on there in case there's an accident or something. I got a 128 card in it, and it just rewrites itself. So that'll go on the bike and stay there. I already have I got one of those Easy Pass things that's mounted on the bike. I got a phone holder mounted on it right now, in case if I need to figure out where I'm going. I put it in the phone holder. It's a real good one. The phone, I don't think the phone's going to fall out, but I'll still put a rubber band around it to make sure it stays there. And that's what I used when we went to Pennsylvania, because I didn't know the way. I got over there, the roads were all changed. I hadn't been in Pennsylvania since 2004, and there's lots of new roads and highways, and I'd have got lost if I wouldn't have had it. So it was nice to have. I'd have found the place even without it, but I'd have probably drove around an extra half hour, finding my way until I recognized something. So that was a pretty cool trip. But I'll have this on the bike. Be nice to have one on the helmet too, actually facing backwards. So if somebody hits me from the back, because I can watch it on the little wristwatch thing. I could tie it up right next to this one, and and then it'd be like a rear view mirror. So I can have that also. So we'll get that figured out. I'll put one on each helmet. Those batteries in there, I've got 7 batteries, and 3 of them, they don't last real long. They were the first 3 that I got it with. I had one came with each, and then I had a spare for each, and the one swelled up when I was charging, so I had to throw it away. Now these other ones that I had bought in the Philippines, they'll last for a long time. As long as any ride I took, they lasted plenty long. I did some on the tricycle. If you go back on my vlogs, I had a midnight tricycle ride with that, and that battery was fine. It only went down 1 bubble that whole trip, so that battery's pretty good. I had it in there the other day. The only problem is it won't go on the phone. I have to find a phone that it'll transfer to. The phone that it transferred to before took a crap. It won't transfer. I sent them to Sony. They put them. Well, we put them on the computer thing at the Sony place. They took the one, and the other one they put on the machine. Says there's nothing wrong with them. They're fine. And then I got the other one back about a week later. Says there's nothing wrong with it, and they're in great shape. But they won't transfer to the phone. And they said it's not that, it's the phone. It's the program in the phone. So, I'd like to get a Samsung phone if I can find, I don't need to get the Samsung S9512, I don't think they're getting any better for the last 10 years. They're about the same. I had the I believe it was S21, and that son of a gun took the greatest pictures. The iPhone, that's the rottenest camera in the world. They say, it's got a really good camera. Bull crap. It's garbage. It's absolute 100% garbage. It doesn't take good pictures at all. The Samsung, man, every picture you take. Because if it's not focused or it's blurry or something and you push the button, it won't take the picture until it focuses. But when it is in focus, if you start focusing it on something and you click that button, it takes it right away. The iPhone, you push the button and it sits there and it's thinking, and then it takes 2 or 3 seconds to snap the picture. At least mine did. The broken one that got burnt with the blowtorch. I hate that phone. It's dead now. But that's how that went. But I'd like to have another Samsung phone. I just wish they didn't make the damn thing so big. They're very fragile. But that's down the road. That's something I'm not going to do now. That's going to be way down the road. I'm using an old Samsung for this because I can't record myself on the iPhone and put it on YouTube. It doesn't work. Don't know why. Sean does it, but there's something in the setting and I just got so fed up with that phone, I had to smash it and burn it. I just don't, I won't, if somebody gives me one, I'll give it away. I'll give it to somebody I really don't like, because I don't think they're good phones myself. And people say, they're the best phone in the world. It takes wonderful pictures. Yeah, take a picture with the Samsung. Try it with one of their S model Samsungs, and I'm telling you what, you're gonna say, oh wow, it doesn't really take that good of pictures. Because I've taken some absolutely fantastic pictures with the Samsung, just beautiful. Everything comes out clear. I took one of the sunrise the other morning. I can't put them on here right now because this phone won't allow me to put it in the video. But it was just beautiful, the colors and everything. I'll try to put it on the header. When I started, I'll see if because I can put pictures on that. But I'd like to have a program where I can put videos on here and do stuff, and that'll be when I get a good new phone. And that's why I'd like to get an S21 again, because I might be able to get it cheaper, a little bit less expensive. I don't want to go to their S23 or 24, whatever's out now, because they want $1,000 for these things. I'm paying $1,000 for a stupid phone. How stupid is that? I could drop it and there's $1,000 broken. I break them. I don't know how. I tell you, I think I counted up one time. I broke 5 phones. I forget them there in my pocket. I sit down, crunch. They're broke. I got to get, and I don't like to put the big cases on them, because now you got a big, it's even more bulky and stupid. it's nice to have a case built into my pocket. I have on my winter jacket, I have a case built into the pocket. I could slide the phone in. But my favorite phone is that little flip phone. I have to go down this weekend. They were closed. I didn't know they were going to be closed. I have to go to T-Mobile, pay them whatever they want to unlock it. Give them 5, 10, 20. I don't care if it's $40. I'll give it to them because I want that phone. I can hear the ringer real good. It's only got one ringtone. It's loud. Plus, I can hear it. I can hear that phone, and it's small. It's only this big. Fit right in my pocket, and I'm not worried about breaking it. The phones that I have now, if I put them in my front pocket, they get all scratched up from the other crap, keys or whatever. This thing, I don't care. It's a flip phone. So I want to get that thing up in operation and working, and that'll be my carry-around phone. And then the other phone's it's just a camera. It's my camera is what it is. And I have it set up where the camera's on the main screen, so I just pop that if I want to. And it also I have the recording thing on the front screen where you just pop it real quick, and it's on. It starts recording. I have voice recording. I have video and voice, and then I have the camera right on the bottom. It's on the bottom row, right down here, right there, and it's fast to work. Where I had the iPhone, you had to go in, you had to go find it. They have a thing on the bottom, but you click it, and sometimes I was pushing the thing on the iPhone, like if somebody would call me, they got a little green answer button. I would push that, and it wouldn't let me answer the phone. I don't know if my hand was cold or something was wrong. That happened so many times, and it was calls I were waiting for, and you can't call these places back. And it's like, what a piece of junk. It must have been a refurbished one, because people tell me, no, the iPhones are good. I must have got a refurbished one, because it was a free deal with my cable company. So it was probably broken. They took it in, fixed it, and then gave it back to give away. So I don't know, but all I know is I got one and I didn't like it. The one thing I did like about it was small. It wasn't so damn big like the Samsung. I'd love to be able to go into a Samsung store and find a smaller one that has all the features. I don't care about a lot of the programs on there. I don't need it. I do like, when I did have the iPhone, I did like the Ask Siri, because it's got your voice, and the phone doesn't have to be turned on or anything. Hey Siri, what's this? What's that? And poof, it pops right up. That I kind of like that. But what else is it listening to? Yeah. Guys, we're tracked. There's nothing we can do about it. I mean, if you have one of these phones, I don't usually take my phones with me when I go anywhere. They stay at home. I never take them. If I do take them, it's because I forgot, and it's wound up staying in my pocket or something like that. But I never take. I'm afraid of breaking them. You know what I mean? I'm just afraid of breaking them. So hopefully we'll have a car here pretty soon. We're looking. I got saw one there. It was a pretty good price here the other day. Guy was telling me, I didn't put it up for sale yet, but if you're looking for a car, this is a real good one. It's not in the best of shape on the outside, but mechanically it is. I don't want to drive around in a clunker, but we got to get something. And it's wintertime anyway, so that's probably what I'm going to have to start with. But folks say, well, why don't you get over here and do this or do that? Like my daughter wants to go to take violin. Well, that's after school. My son wants to play sport and also take music. That's after school. Well, how am I going to get him for school? It's 5-6 miles away. There's no way. And if it snows, I can't pick him up on the bike. So that's just not working for me. So, but that's the way things are going. We'll get fixed up here pretty soon. And that's just how our day went. We had a wonderful day. I hope you guys did too. Don't forget to thank the good Lord for everything you got, every breath you take. I'm serious. I'm thankful. I sure am, because I'm still here. I'm still here, guys. So this is Rick Shaw out.